Hello and welcome to my channel where we are making gourmet tasting cakes using a box mix. And today we are making 2 pound cakes, an orange-almond cranberry pound cake and a classic buttermilk pound cake. So stick around while we make something boxed, but better. In a microwave-safe bowl, we are going to melt 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Then we are going to add 1 pound cake mix. Next, we are going to add 1 large egg, a half cup plus 2 tablespoons of orange juice, 1 teaspoon of almond extract, and we are going to mix this on a medium to high speed with our hand mixer. And don't forget to scrape the sides and bottom of your bowl to make sure that all of your ingredients become well incorporated. This will take about 2 minutes and your batter is going to come out thick. Next, we are going to add 3/4 cups of fresh cranberries, and we are going to fold these in. If you cannot find fresh cranberries, you can do frozen, it still will come out just fine. Now we are going to spoon our batter into a bundt pan. Since I'm using a silicone mold, I do not need to grease or flour mine. However, depending on the bundt pan that you have, you might need to grease and flour it to make sure that your cake batter does not stick. Once you have it spooned in, we are going to smooth it out. And now we are going to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It has been 50 minutes and our cake is done. There's 2 ways to check. One is the poke test. Simply poke it and if it springs back, it is done. The second is the toothpick test. Insert a toothpick. If it comes out clean, your cake is done. For our glaze, we are going to melt 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and add a half pound of sifted powdered sugar. Then we are going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract and a 1/4 teaspoon of orange zest. You can substitute this with a 1/4 teaspoon of orange extract if you do not want to zest an orange or don't have an orange on hand. Mix this all together while your butter is still warm. It's important to do it while the butter is still warm or else you will get little butter chunks in your glaze. Next, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of hot water. It doesn't have to be boiling, just hot, so that your butter does not stiffen up. And we are going to mix this together until everything is well incorporated and your glaze is going to be thin and runny. As it cools, it will thicken up, so it is up to you to decide if you want to pour it on the cake as is right now, or if you would like for it to cool and pour it on when it is thickened. For me, I like a thinner glaze, so I'm going to pour it onto my cooled pound cake while the glaze is still warm. Glazes are supposed to have a more natural looking effect, so you don't have to worry about it perfectly covering every inch of your cake. If you prefer, you can even spoon this onto your cake for more precise coverage, or even use a rubber basting brush to brush it all over your cake. As an optional garnish, I'm using some crushed up almond pieces and adding it on top of the glaze while it is still warm so that it will adhere to the cake. And now for the big reveal. This pound cake is one of my personal favorites. It has such a fresh and zesty flavor, and I am a big fan of almond myself. And I also think that the tart cranberries really complement the citrus and sweet glaze that is on top. It is really a great one to bring to the table for any family gathering. For our buttermilk pound cake, we are going to melt 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter in a microwave-safe bowl and add 1 pound cake mix. Next, we are going to add 1 large egg, 3/4 cups of buttermilk, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. The lemon juice and the vinegar actually help to bring out that buttermilk flavor. We are going to mix this on a medium to high speed with our hand mixer, and of course, do not forget to scrape down the edges and bottom of your bowl to make sure that all of the ingredients incorporate well. This batter is going to come out thick. That is exactly what we are looking for. Now we are going to spoon this into our bundt pan. Once again, depending on your bundt pan, you might need to grease and flour it as necessary. Because I'm using a silicone mold, mine just pops out very well without having to grease it at all. Smooth out the batter the best you can. Just sort of go around like you're zooming around a racetrack. And once we are done, we are going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It has been 50 minutes and a quick poke test shows that the cake is springing back to our touch, which shows it is done. An inserted toothpick that comes out clean is another way to see that your cake is done. For our glaze, we are going to melt 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter in a microwave-safe bowl and add a half pound of sifted powdered sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 tablespoon of hot water. And now we are going to mix this together. If you do not use hot water, you will get little butter lumps in your glaze. If this does happen, you can microwave it for about 10 seconds to melt that butter and just mix it together. Now that our cake has cooled, we are going to pour our glaze onto the cake. Once again, you can spoon it if you would like a more precise look, but I like the natural look of the glaze as it just falls as it will. Remember, if you let your glaze cool, it will thicken up if you would like a thicker looking glaze on your bundt cake. I want a thinner glaze, so I'm pouring it onto my bundt cake while it is still warm. As for the garnish, you can leave it as is, or you can add sprinkles while the icing is still warm so that it will adhere to the cake. And here is our finished bundt cake, a simple but delicious dessert. Definitely one that I recommend for the holiday table or just any family gathering. In fact, one of my taste testers said it was her most favorite cake that she has had in a while, just because it had a simple yet delightful flavor. And there we have it, our delicious pound cakes. Thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below and I will do my best to answer them. And I will see you next time on Boxed But Better with Jenna. Nice.